Hello, hello. This is Dr. Leona coming in. Let me just adjust the cord here. There we go. Coming in for your finance and career reading, everyone. I hope you're doing well this holiday season. What's going on? Drop comments below. Let me know what your plans are. I'd love to hear about it. I care about you as individuals. In my view, everybody deserves love, and I'm certainly here to give it. Okay, guys. This is this wonderful new deck that was given to me in love by a family member that actually also gave me my name and protected me from evil throughout my lifetime. So we got to love that person. They didn't even know I had this channel. Yeah, they had no idea when they gave me these cards. They were like, I just had a feeling that you would like these. And I'm like, really? Are you serious? And this isn't, we think of divine feminine energy when we think of intuitive energy. This is divine masculine energy. This is an uncle of mine who absolutely self-sacrificed his whole life. It's unbelievable. Firefighter, worked for the Red Cross, just, volunteered essentially for the Red Cross. And eventually they gave him a job because he was so good at helping people in need. He just put himself out there, and when you ask him why he did it all, because he didn't make money doing it, right? He made like very little money. Even when he worked for the Red Cross, he was still not making a ton of money. Why did he do it? Because he could, is what he said. Wow. Okay, so we're getting that energy of collaboration really coming through here for my finance and career folks. This is to project into 2024 what finance and career might be like for all of us. I think there's going to be a big focus on finance because we have the South Node in Vedic Astrology, sidereal, squarely in Virgo. That's where we find not only our karmic debts, but also our financial debts. So, I'm thinking of taking on this kind of big debt to try to get my finances in order, for the next couple, into the future. So it's weird how you often have to spend money to make money. And that is sort of where we're at here with this chariot energy. The chariot is an Emperor Aries energy, Aries and Scorpio energy driving the chariot. So what drives the home? Our physical life. Our physical life is all about the home, houses. Some of you could be thinking of investing in real estate property here. Even leasing places to do like Airbnb or something. I don't know, depends on the area, I suppose. But this is a number 7 card, and it is the 4th house, so 7 and 4 become an 11. This also represents the energy of the July 31, 2022, once in 2400 year triple conjunction between Mars, Rahu, or the North Node of Destiny, as well as Uranus, a planet of life-altering change. Rahu and Uranus both connected to the 11th house of gains, big gains, but you gotta put some money or some deposits into the karmic bank, which is the 5th house, in order to get the gains. If you don't, the 6th house, which is where the South Node is right now, gets squeezed. So some of you could actually be investing overseas, investing in possibly property, or there's some kind of an investment firm here. Someone is thinking about working with like a group, working with a group to invest overseas, possibly purchasing a home in another state, leasing property in another state, doing an Airbnb. There's something like that here. And with the Hierophant, that's the 2nd house of Taurus. Venus rules the 2nd and 7th house. Venus has to do with real estate, with contracts, with reciprocal energy, connected to communication, travel, transportation, and of course technology through Mercury. So we have the moon here, which is about motherhood, mothers, families, home, children, peace, prosperity, all happening here, and the energy of commitment. So some of us this year may want to focus on helping people to find their stability. How do you do that? By providing real estate options for others if you can, okay? So this is interesting. Knight of Swords. It does look like also there's something here. Somebody could be coming in. Oh, and there's the Emperor. Yeah, this is an energy. I am getting some love here, but we won't be talking about that. Oh, yes, I am. Okay, like I said, travel, transportation, technology, And Emperor has to do with Aries energy. So things affecting your physical life or other people's physical life. That does include providing food, shelter, clothing for other people. Like maybe you're getting into one of these businesses and that would actually be really profitable for you. Something that has to do with, again, creating a home, a warm home. One of the readers here on YouTube that I've known for years is now making candles, intention candles, and they're selling like hotcakes, and that has to do with creating some kind of an energy within the home, right? So we have to think of this in creative ways. Maybe this is your finance and career will grow through something to do with the home. It's definitely coming through. People are going to be very cautious in the next year because it's an election year, but I can tell you that there's going to be 3 dips in interest rates throughout the next year. It's already been announced by the federal government here in the States, and probably around the world there's going to be some similar echo of a reduction in interest rates. That's going to be happening coming up in 2024. We also have a giant solar eclipse happening in April. Now, a solar eclipse, so the sun represents father energy. It's also the energy of the sun, meaning the sun, like Jesus. So I think there's some religious something or other happening here too. So it could even be in creating some kind of, again, the candles, those can be memorial candles for people who have passed. Things are going to help to bring people back to their home, back to their home base, creating a home base, creating a space in a home that's going to be really welcoming and warm. That's going to be very needed. Yes, it's very needed. 6 of Pentacles to 5 of Pentacles. People will be feeling like, especially after the holiday season, it's always the case. This also, to me, is about mortgage products, refinancing, things like that. So in terms of the tarot reading for finance and career, you may want to look into those areas. It's relatively easy to get into those areas. You don't necessarily need an education specific to that. You just have to sort of work your way up to the ranks in a bank. I know there's not a lot of bank jobs to go around, and if you're a certain age, you know, and we all know what that means, anybody pretty much over 40, over 45, over 50, it's really hard to get jobs. And so, you know, that's some place where real estate sales could be a very interesting way to revamp your career, possibly looking into becoming a mortgage broker. Again, you do have to take, usually there's state licensure for both of those fields, but you don't necessarily need to have a degree to do those things. Some of them, like real estate appraiser in certain states, requires licensure as well, but also requires a degree. It used to be a 4-year degree, now it's a 2-year degree for that. But real estate sales, oh, excuse me guys, I've got the hiccups again. I'm known for having the hiccups at like the weirdest times. I just had that happen. It's going to happen again, guys. Oh, okay. I'm going to grab a drink here because I'm going to just keep having the hiccups and I'm too far in to, to stop the reading. I don't know what happens. Sometimes I just get the hiccups. It is what it is. I usually have to, you know what I'm drinking right now? Because I know you heard the can pop. I just don't want you to think I'm like drinking some kind of alcohol. Although this is like Christmas in a can. And if you put this in with like a beautiful Pinot Grigio, maybe a little bit of bourbon or brandy or something, and like a pitcher, like a bottle of Pinot Grigio or a bottle of Riesling. Oh, guys, a nice medium Riesling with this, and 1 or 2 cans of this, depending on the size of your pitcher, and then put in some fruit of your choice. I put in some cinnamon sticks as well. Oh my God, it is Christmas in a can. I am not joking. Hell yeah. Here's the moon again. More energy of home, 4th house energy. So we are getting multiple times this energy of home. And then we've got the 8 of wands here. So there's also this energy of travel. So weirdly, people, so think about the context of the pandemic for a minute. In terms of finance and career, it's really important we consider those last 4 years, what's happened politically, what's happened in every other way. the cards are really telling us here that certainly banking is going to be important. Something called Fed Now was put into play this past summer. It's changing ACH transfers in banks, learning about these things. Basically, if you can get a certificate in AI right now, it's going to help you to get bank jobs. It's going to help you pretty much in any field that you want to work in. I'm really seeing anything to do with the home. And so even working from home, I am also seeing potential here for people in the beauty field, estheticians, anybody that's interested in doing like massage, facials, you know, aesthetics, the aesthetics, anything to do like estheticians, waxing, manicures. If you market yourself to come to people's homes, you got a winner right there. People are going to be driving less. They're going to be going out less. The home is going to become more important as people sort of hunker down and prepare for the election year here in the States and around the globe. So doing catering to people in their homes will also be a great way to expand, to create a side hustle, whatever job you have. I think also jobs in the banking sector, in AI connected to any kind of cybersecurity is really coming out here in the cards. Something to do with the home. And there's also something else coming out here, creating products that have to do with spirituality in the home. It can be religion. It can be 100%. I just saw one of my very good friends actually over in UK. They are a psychic medium as well, and they're very famous for it because, you know, they have Pisces energy naturally, like all my, you know, family friends, basically a lot of them are Pisces, Aries energy coming through quite a lot there. And this person just created with their partner a line of crystal bracelets that they're selling that have to do with angelic energy, and it has a little cross dangling from it because that's their context. The cross is sort of their symbol of spirituality, but they are creating bracelets that don't have that on there, and they're doing it with certain kinds of crystals. And then I have a great friend out in Los Angeles who's doing it, who also has a channel here. I've talked about them a few times before. In fact, I'm giving away some of those bracelets to my long-term VIPs. The ones that have been with me from the beginning, they're getting some of those PL bracelets. Yeah. Yep. I'm sending it to them. I am. I send bracelets and crystals every year at the beginning of each year to my Patreon soul family members. Doesn't matter what level you're at, but some of the people have been with me like since day one, like a month after I started the channel, people came in, and those people I'm grateful for, and to every single day, because without their belief in me, I don't know that the channel would still exist. It's not like I've got thousands of people on Patreon, guys. You know, I don't even have like, it's a low number, but the people that are there, they mean so much to me because they believe in me and have continued to believe in me now. This is year 2, you know, so that's big for me, very big. So again, online businesses that have to do with home products, I think that's going to be very important. Candles. You can be doing something, handicrafts of some kind. I'm certainly seeing, I was telling people in one of my other videos how to make magnolia garlands and wreaths. I forget which video it was. I forget now, guys. You'll have to go over to Patreon. If you come in as a VIP, by the way, right now, to see this extended or any of my extendeds, you will get a free personal reading. That could be a Christmas gift for someone on your list if you wish. Just tell them to send me an email, and that, you know, it's coming from you. You know, you just have to write to me and tell me what you're doing there. And then, you know, in about a month after you sign up, I will send out those free readings. I'm a little bit behind right now because I've got to do free personal readings for all of my VIPs that have been with me for a while. And I'm doing birthday readings as well. I was supposed to get those done. I didn't get it done this weekend because I was traveling, visiting a sick uncle, okay, who actually gave me these cards. We exchanged Christmas gifts, and that was so lovely. We haven't done that in many years. Okay, so what I'm seeing here too is that some of these things, more home energy here. We have now four cards that are connected to home, right now, and we have more actually. This is Virgo energy. We talked about the south node of destiny is there. The north node is in Pisces, and this has to do with sidereal or Vedic astrology. It's in a different sign with tropical. Why? Well, sidereal / Vedic astrology is really old. It's the OG. It's 15,000 years plus old. The first evidence of it is first written evidence is 15,000 years old. So tropical is about 3,000 years old, and it's based on Greek, which became Romanized. So when that happened, fixed dates came into play. When fixed dates came into play, it changed because, of course, as we know, planets are not fixed. They move. And so the degrees to which the planets were calculated at that time to be whatever they were is different now. That's why there's about a month's difference between Vedic astrology and tropical. Vedics use the same mathematics as astronomers. It's not a pseudoscience. In India, it's absolutely not a pseudoscience. It's connected to the Vedas, which is part of a whole system of living, a dinacharya. So that's also part of what's coming through here with this independent energy to become mentally and physically stable and spiritually, emotionally fulfilled. You'll want to create what's called a dinacharya. And those who help to create those kinds of daily routines for people will become financially independent. The focus on the self, not just self-love, but self-care. We all say self-care and we think it means manicures or we think it means pedicures. Yeah, absolutely. You want to take care of yourself. You want to be, feel good about yourself. But it also means investing in mental health, going to a therapist. Just because you have a mind, there doesn't have to be anything wrong. So investing in mental health, this has to do with sort of helping people to love themselves more, like I was saying earlier, doing something, a side hustle maybe, that can become a full-time gig. It really can. If you provide services where you come, like people do things through Zoom now, right? It became wildly popular for people to work from home. Well, those people that are working from home now have to work from home. They don't have the time to go on their lunch break and go somewhere because they're probably an hour from wherever they have to be, and they don't have the time for it. So if you market yourself to people who are working remotely at home for things like self-care, wellness things, massage, waxing, aesthetics like facials, different kinds of body like scrubs or whatever. I think you could do massage, and those tables and stuff are really very portable. And you be able to come in and you can bring like hot stone. You can do hot stone massage. You can do cupping, any of those kinds of things. If you do that now, if you don't do it now, maybe get trained to do it now and start a side hustle where you're offering that to people, begin marketing it to people who work from home, because they may want to get out to do those things, but oftentimes they can't. And on the weekends become even more precious, which sounds weird if you're working from home, but you're still working, and you're working even harder because you're home. And because you're home, your kids are coming, going, whatever, you're making the meals. So it just extends your workday. It doesn't shorten the workday, it actually extends it. So I'm seeing that energy here for someone that needs to kind of think about that. How can your skill set work in that way? I'm also seeing this is also coming through. It's a message for those of you looking to change careers. Like I said, doing things that help the home, real estate, mortgage broker, those kinds of things. Anything to do with AI, getting an AI certificate for pretty much everybody is going to be really necessary going forward. I'm also seeing here a cybersecurity came out. It's coming out again. Protecting people, offering security services, teaching people gun safety, things like that. Again, anything to do with protecting the home, anything to do with the home at all, guys, all facets of that is really coming out here as being very important. Yeah, I think that's going to be very important. Some people will feel stuck at home because their work schedules are getting harder, not easier. Remote work is not as easy as it sounds, and they can't get out to do the self-care that they need. So bring those things to them, and you will do well. you will do well. You also want to create the things. Some of you want to create things like candles, anything that's going to help people to feel that sense of self-care. I've seen the boxes on Instagram. I'm sure you have too, the spiritual boxes. There's different companies that do it. But I personally think that that's sort of going by the wayside because it's expensive, these subscriptions. It's a great way to do a cash grab for some folks. I think that's not going to be a great way to go forward. I think you can offer in-home personal services where you wear the KN5 mask and you're able to protect people within their own homes. You're using these safety protocols. Market it that way, guys. I'm telling you, during flu season, people are gonna not want to go into a salon and sit in a lobby or sit in a waiting room with other folks. You're one person. You're coming in, and if you come in using gloves and safety protocols and you show them that and you talk to them about that, I'm telling you how to market all this stuff. I hope you're listening, because I think this could really make a lot of money. And I wish I had not said it out loud. I wish I kept that one to myself. Yeah, I also am seeing some other things here that are interesting. Like I said, AI is going to be important. Banking, life insurance. Oh my God, life insurance sales. Yes, 100%. That's something to think about. All right, I hear someone coming. They might be coming in, and of course they're going to be interrupting us here naturally. I do think some of you should know that there's someone coming forward here. The energy of love, having to do with love. Love is what drives the entire economy here, and I think that focusing on helping people to, I'm really losing my thread here because this person's coming in and they don't recognize that I'm working and I'm getting upset. So hopefully they understand that I'm working and we don't get interrupted. But here I'm seeing this energy of really creating stability in the home, having to do with a lot of stability in the home, helping families to become stable, helping to turn pain upside down. How do you do that? Through the massage industry, by helping people to feel better, to look better. They'll feel better too. I'm seeing all of that coming out. I'm also seeing some need to heal folks using Reiki, distance Reiki, or coming in again to the home with some beautiful energy there. This is going to create a lot of opportunity. Helping people through teaching. I'm seeing the energy of teaching, creating webinars, creating things that help people to learn more from home. Even that is going to be quite remarkable. Guys, I'm also seeing this energy of love happening here. There's an opportunity for love between two people. Looks like three people, actually. So if you want that message, I'm going to talk more about it over on the extended. But I do see how doing things that are going to help people in their relationships, they're going to help people with self-love, self-care, and that includes financial self-love, self-care. Bookkeeping is going to be very big in the future. So become a bookkeeper. You can become a CPA if you want also, but bookkeeping is going to be a big deal in the future. Find a good tax firm, learn how to do it, volunteer until you learn how to do it, because that's a marketable skill that you can absolutely do, and you will never not have business. And if you do it yourself, work for yourself, you've got it. You don't have to have any special anything for that except knowing how to balance books. If you're good at that, if you're good at numbers, think about that as a career move. I really think that real estate, as well as anything to do with the home cleaning services, also anything to do with the home, guys, side hustles that have to do with the home, making it nice, making it clean, making it feel warm and inviting, bringing services that people normally have to leave the house for into the home is going to really help in the early part of 2024, because people will be worried about flu season and all kinds of COVID and things like that. Helping them to minimize their health risks by bringing services into the home, like bookkeeping, like health and wellness. It's all going to really be big stuff for finance and career. In terms of investments, what do I see? Well, I'm seeing that there's something here about a new car. Possibly the name might be Genesis, I think here. There's something about a new car company that could be interesting to look at as far as investments, in terms of stocks, things like that. I think you might want to look into Samsung, anybody that creates products for AI. You also maybe want to check into anything with medtech, anything that has to do with tech that's connected to medicine and health. You want to invest in anything like that. Come on over to Patreon to get the full extended video here. I'm going to give you an oracle card because why not? We'll get a little advice from the universe. And strength. This is it. Look at the roots. This has to do, actually, some of you could be making jewelry in the future and that from your home, and that would be great. That's going to help you as well. I think also teaching people, I'm getting this right now, it's just coming through, teaching people how to create vertical gardens or any kind of producing their own food within the home. You know, I always hear about landscape architecture. That's a big project. People are not up for spending that kind of money at this time because it's an election year. So people are going to be more guarded. So think small and you'll grow big. So what I'm seeing here is planting one plant can create a lot of big roots, and certainly connecting that to helping people create herb gardens for their kitchen, creating vertical gardens so they can grow their own food, tomatoes, lettuce, you know, fresh herbs, things like spring onions. You just want to kind of think a little outside of the box, and that's going to be your strength. Helping people to settle into their homes, to create deep roots in the home. This is going to be your strength. It's going to be the strength of the economy going forward into the future. We just got that download. I hope you enjoyed this. This is your finance and career prediction for 2024. I just gave you tons of ideas, marketing ideas. I hope you enjoyed it. Come over for the extended onto Patreon. Again, if you come in as a VIP through December 31st, you can get a free personal reading. And I will see you all over there. Thanks. Bye now.